What's up guys, Maik Wiedenbach here, answering your questions. Question is bulking, okay? Bulking, how much, how long, how huge can I get, what should I eat, etc, etc. All right, first things first. Before anybody bulks, do the t-shirt test. If you don't have abs, don't bulk, okay? If you don't have abs, you're simply too fat. What I mean by this is that the hormones such as testosterone, growth hormone, muscle and fat compete for them. So the less fat you have, the more of those hormones go to the muscle, the more muscle you will build. The more fat you have, you get the idea. So let's say you passed the test and you are 180 pounds and you would like to be 200. So you're taking that 200 times 15. That is your caloric baseline. Okay, so it will be 3,000 calories. So for the people that operate in kilos, you take the kilos times 32-ish, okay? I'll give you the same approximate. So from there on, you're putting the protein at about 1 gram per pound of body weight, kilos 2.2. When we're bulking, we do not need more protein than that, okay? That is an old myth that people have been telling you to sell protein powder or whatever, but you take it in so many carbohydrates and fat that are protein sparing. All the protein that you're eating is just going to be used to make carbohydrates. So it's just not a cost-effective idea. So protein at about 1 gram, and then the carbs would run you most likely about 2 grams per pound of body weight, and then fats fill the rest, okay? That is your baseline. So basically, there are two approaches to bulking. One is GFHG, get fucking huge, which is basically eat everything, the so-called dirty bulk. People go to McDonald's, eat this, that, the other. You will get huge, no doubt, like a sumo wrestler. Repeat after me, you cannot force feed muscles. Fat cells, on the other hand, are easily to be made. So how much muscle can you gain? It's a good question. If you're a ranked beginner, you can gain about 25 pounds for the year, depending on your height. Now, if you're dividing 25 by 12, it's about 2 pounds a month, right? That's your first year of training. From there on afterwards, you can halve the number. So 25, 12, 6, and when you are as old as me, then you don't get shit anymore, right? In other words, if you are gaining more than 2 to 3 pounds a month, you're not doing it right. You're just getting fat, okay? Unfortunately, we do not only gain muscle. So there's a certain amount of fat is to be gained, okay? So if we're setting out to gain 20 pounds of muscle, which is very, very optimistic, we will gain about 25, 26 pounds, and 6 to 7 to 8 pounds will be fat. That's unavoidable, nothing to be done. So the dirty bulk that I was referring to does not work. It will make you simply fat. Then you have to diet very, very strictly to come back to some sort of like resemblance of a bodybuilder, and you will basically lose whatever muscle you build due to the strictness of the diet. That only works for people who have a lot of enhancements or are simply lazy and want to eat whatever they want. So going back to my caloric model. So we have the 3,000, and from there on we're on a good pace of gaining. If we're stopping gaining, we increase by about 100 calories until we have either reached our goal or we're getting simply too fat. By too fat, I mean we're losing our top 2 abs. Then it's time to take 2 to 3 weeks, eat at maintenance or even below to give the body and the digestive system a rest, and then start anew. So that's the eating part. What about training, Mike? There is no training for bulking, okay? Training for bulking and training for cutting is all the same. Maximum tension, execution, and get strong and good form. Low reps do not build muscle, tension builds muscle. However, since you're having more energy due to the increased caloric intake, you can probably do a higher volume than somebody who's cutting, right? So that is up to you. What about cardio? Some people say no cardio, people say some cardio. I prefer to do some cardio even when bulking, for the simple reason it helps with digestion, you don't feel like a blob, and it keeps you somewhat leaner, okay? So, in a nutshell, bulking does not mean eat whatever doesn't run away. It does not mean I have a carte blanche. You are a bodybuilder, not a belly builder, right? Remember that. Not a belly builder, bodybuilder. So, if you're gaining more than 2 to 3 pounds a month, or shall we say 1 to 2% of your body weight, you are overdoing it. You must cut back the calories. Very generally speaking, you shouldn't be working longer than 10 to 12 months, because then your system simply becomes inefficient and you start accumulating more body fat. So I recommend bulk for 8 to 10 weeks, cut for 2 to 3, repeat until you get to the promised land. Give yourself the time. Guys, this sport is a marathon. Neither crazy training methods, nor drugs, nor fat supplements will get you there quicker. Consistency, okay? Goal body weight times 15, create attention, train the whole body at least twice a week, add in some cardio, make sure you rest and recover, and you will get there, okay? Maik out.